single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey there, Cerise here. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. It is morning here in the Dominican Republic, as you can hear Gallo, my neighbor's rooster, doing his daily activities. Cockadoodle doing. Alrighty, so thank you, Daryl, for sending me this piece of information that was released yesterday. I must admit, I'm a little confused because they said that in August is when the hotels will be opening and discotheques and stuff of that nature. Now, I'm not confused in a negative way, because if the hotels are opening in August and all that, then that's good for my business, my Airbnb business, because I help you guys find apartments here when you come. So if the hotels are opening later than the airports, then that means when you come down here, you have no choice but to get an Airbnb in a private place. So I'm excited for that, because a lot of you guys have asked me over time, Cerise, and plus I'm going to get to this in a second, guys. I'm going to read it to you. You know how I do it. But it's early morning right now, and I woke up to this. What time is it? It's 6:29 in the morning. I woke up to this and I was like, what? Okay, this is an interesting turn of events. So a lot of you guys who have always wanted to come here and rent an apartment and see what it's like to live with the locals, that's what you're going to have the opportunity to do now. And you have no other option. So you're going to be able to jump right in, 2 feet right in. I did both here when I first came. And May 22nd was my first time ever coming here. It'll be a couple of years coming up. May 22nd, my first visit. And then July 16th, I came back here to live forever. But when I came here, I jumped into both an Airbnb for 1 week, and then the second week I was in a hotel. And I got to tell you, although the hotel was nice, it was all inclusive, 24-hour service to the room, food service to the room, 5 different restaurants on the grounds, also beautiful pools, 2 of them. Oh my gosh, like snack bars, cigar shop, beach, obviously. It was gorgeous, but it just wasn't my thing. I felt like I was just on Fantasy Island, and I like being in with the locals. Obviously, if you watch my videos, you see how I live, and I found my place. And I really hope that this encourages a lot of you who have been nervous in the past but really wanted to do it. I hope this encourages you to do it. And also, let's read this article now. All right. Major U.S. airlines plan to resume flights to the Dominican Republic in June. Okay, by the way, guys, today's a holiday, so happy holiday. It's Labor Day here today. The United States airlines that lead the flow of passengers between the North American nation and the Dominican Republic, such as JetBlue, American Delta, and United, estimate to resume their flights to the Dominican market as soon as the end of May and the beginning of June. Wow, that's kind of early. That's like a month from now. And that's kind of early. I find that one shocking, but that's okay. It's, I guess it is what it is, but they might introduce flights slowly. So maybe not to the common crowd. Maybe initially it will be for business purposes, I don't know. JetBlue, according to its flights search engine, estimates the restart of its operations on the New York Santo Domingo route by May 29th. On its New York Santiago connection, its main destination in 2019, the company is planning the first flight on June 8th. So that's interesting. Now, I haven't heard anything about Metro opening up here, public cars opening up here, Guagua opening up here. I haven't heard anything of that yet. So usually when you guys are coming in from Santiago or Santo Domingo, you guys will take the metro. It's like coach. It's like a nice coach bus with TV, air conditioning, beautiful, very great price, $8, to get from Santo Domingo. I haven't heard anything about the bus system starting again. However, I'm pretty sure that once transportation opens up when it comes to airplanes, I'm sure that the other routes will be open. I don't know what they'll do about the public distancing and the guagua and also the public car. In the case of American Airlines, it will be on June 2nd when the company resumes its New York Santo Domingo route for the same day. It starts, it's early morning. Santo Domingo route. For the same day, it plans to start its New York Santiago frequency, according to the company's website. Now, there's a lot of that P word up here where it says JetBlue is planning, and then it says American Airlines plans to start it, right? So there's a lot of plans. It's just I think it's adjustable. Delta Airlines is scheduled to restart operations on Tuesday, June 2nd, on its connection from New York to Santo Domingo, and the same date for its route from the Big Apple Airport to the Sabao Terminal, according to Diario Libre. Meanwhile, United estimates, and again, plans, estimates, see, those words are always changeable, the return to service of its New York Santo Domingo route for May 30th, while by June 4th, it would be starting to connect the U.S. city with the Santiago airport. Of the 14,429,906 passengers, 14,004,229,906 passengers. Could tell my mind doesn't work around numbers very early in the morning. That entered and left the country in 2019. These four airlines were responsible for transporting 6,610,568 travelers between the United States and the Dominican Republic, according to JAC figures, JAC. It is recalled that on March 19th, President Danilo Medina ordered by decree the closure of airports as a mechanism to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Wow, there's a lot of comments below here. Public comments. Look at the whole island is a ticking time bomb. The virus is still early there. Well, I would love to get back to beautiful beaches and great weather. Airlines are looking at their own interests, money. I'm not crazy enough to get on a plane or go to the DR, which I love, but worse medical facilities on earth. No thanks, I'll wait. Wear a mask and gloves and enjoy a vacation. Stop being scared. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see Lindsay right here. I agree with her. She says it just appears to be looking at booking engines online and everything, not any real plans by anyone. This other guy here says, yes, I heard Frank Break talking about Okay. They're only estimates. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. So JetBlue, American Airlines, Delta, and United, they have plans, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. The virus is still very young here due to the closure of the airports at a very, very early state before we really even had many cases. Didn't really prevent, but it did stunt the growth from happening rapidly. But, I mean, I think it's kind of soon right now to open up airlines, to be honest with you. I'm one of the first people to want people here. Obviously, I find people apartments, and I find people, I pick them up from the airports. I drop them off from the airports. I do tours with people, and I do a lot with tourists coming here. And so I should be one of the first people to say, all right, I'm excited. And I am excited that the world is opening back up 100%. But to have airplanes come over and like tons of people come over when a second wave of this is expected, I think they should hold off until at least June, end of June, beginning of July. I think one more month would do things justice. And if they do allow flights to come over, then slowly. I don't think that they should have, I think they should still have, and who am I to say? I'm not a doctor. You know, I haven't had the virus. I haven't lost anyone to it. Who am I to say? But I'm just thinking that in regards to reality, social distancing is still important. I think masks are still important as well. And not just because of, let me turn that on airplane mode. Not just because of the virus, but also because, hey, how come that didn't work? Not just because of the virus, but also because of cleanliness. There are a lot of nasty people in general. Let's just keep it real. There are people who, you know, pick their nose and don't wash their hands after they pee. And we are always putting our hands in our mouth. I'm so guilty of that, even on an airplane when traveling. You know, I grab a bag of, let's just give you an example here. I grab a bag of nuts, you know, those free nuts that they used to give out. I don't know if they still do. Or pretzels. Grab a bag of pretzels, open them up immediately, and start eating them. You know what I'm saying? Where were my hands last? We usually use wet naps after we eat. How about using wet naps now before we eat? You know, give us 2 of them on the airplane. 1 before we eat, 1 after. Or even just carry wet naps with us. I never ever thought about using a wet nap before eating. I wash my hands before I eat, yes. But in some situations, I'm not able to. And sometimes in restaurants around here or, you know, out in the countryside, they may not have running water. You can use a bottle of water, but it's very difficult to use a bottle of water with soap. And then you're just taking it to a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? But imagine the times that we're all the way out in the countryside here or just anywhere around the world and we eat a fish dinner. We're using our fingers, and our fingers are getting wet from whatever, chicken wings, you guys that love chicken wings, you guys that love steaks, you guys that love anything that has bone, you know, come on. We have to start thinking more productively just in general because of germs in the air. And I think just in general when, you know, because a lot of people die from a flu, period. I'm not talking about COVID, but I'm talking about flu in general. Many people die from flus throughout the years. And I think just by being cleaner in general, it will take away a lot of germs and it will strengthen your immune system. So guys, I don't know about the airports opening up this early. I definitely, for one, am going to be really careful. I still am going to seclude myself during certain hours. I'm going to try to at least. I'm a social butterfly, but I'm saying that now, and I may change my mind if I see that, hey, it's totally fine for everything to be opened up. Because who's to say, right? It's just a prediction on everyone's end. But on my end right now, I'm going to say I'm going to take it easy. I'm still going to do the quarantine hours, even when things start to open up. I've kind of gotten used to the quarantine hours. I like being in the house at 5 o'clock at night and getting some work done and sleeping by 7, 8. I kind of like it. And if I'm not sleeping by 7 or 8, I'm catching up on a lot of videos and I have time to do other things now. And I'm not catching up on my WhatsApp messages as much as I should be, but I'm getting a lot of story times done and, talking to clients. And, I think I'm going to stick with that curfew. Maybe not 5 o'clock, but maybe I'll do 7 o'clock every night. And aside from that, I'm not going to be over in the tourist area as much, like not every single day. I may pick one day and go hang out, but I'm not going to be hanging out during times of like fiestas or, right now, I'm not going to do that. Probably in July, like I said, in another month from when everything's opening. In July, after the elections, I think I'll go out and start enjoying things a lot better then, a lot more then. And in regards to apartments now, if things are opened up and flights are coming in like they once were and everything is resumed, I will still be available for apartments for you guys, no problem, because that doesn't require me leaving my apartment at all. It just requires me talking to you guys on WhatsApp, which you can contact me on 829-702-7726. And that's for business purposes or for, hello purposes or for question purposes. It's not for romantic purposes. I'm putting it out there because not a lot of you, but just one guy lost his mind and started to get a little romantic with me right out the gate too. Didn't even try to romance me. He just came right out the gate and said, "Hi, I'm interested in you." And that's not what this number is for, so don't waste your time and don't waste mine. If we happen to meet in person, and me as a single woman, if I happen to, if we happen to have a connection, then that's great. But I don't give my phone number out for those purposes, okay? Just that was just a side note because, needs to be said. And because a lot of you new people are now watching me too. A lot of you men that, have been planning to come down here. And now that you may have some extra time on your hands, you may be planning to come down. And so I'm just keeping it real with you. Anyway, that that was a whole mouthful. But yes, I am finding apartments for you guys and airport pickup, drop off, not a problem. I have my drivers that I know would be waiting and just ready for you with their masks on. And also, if you don't have a mask when you arrive, they will have one for you. I'll make sure of it that they have gloves and a mask in their car right up until July. I want to make sure all my workers are safe and that you guys are safe as well. So aside from that, let's get things rolling and let's see what happens with all these plans and estimates. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have yourself a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. I love you and big blesses. Thank you for subscribing and for watching.
Every single day, I'm gonna